All right, how's it going, y'all? It is 1 o'clock. We are going to get rocking and rolling here on our final day, our fifth day of getting your shit together for business. All right, so what's the one thing that we've been talking about all day, right? The one thing we've been talking about all day, the one thing has been about you being able to make decisions and make decisions faster and easier so that these different tactics, tools, systems are freeing up your mind, they're freeing up your time, and that means they're freeing up your heart, they're freeing up your energy, and you are able to work more efficiently, more effectively, and just enjoy your life and enjoy what you're doing in your business just on a consistent basis, on a more regular basis. All right. So let me share the screen. Let me just kind of maneuver over here. I'm going to share my screen and let's see. All right. Bring up my both of my email inboxes. Let me move some other things around. Okay, so hopefully I won't be going too terribly fast, but you know it's kind of second nature for me now. So this is one of my inboxes. This is my personal inbox, which I used to use for business as well. So there is sometimes some business stuff in here, but as you can see, let me just move some other things out of the way. As you can see, there are only 13 emails right now in this inbox. I strongly recommend that you design your life and your system where you never let your email inbox get much above 20 emails and you quickly get it down below that. If you can keep it to 10 or less, that's even better, right? I strongly recommend having an email block for 30 minutes to an hour in the morning and possibly another email block 30 minutes to an hour late afternoon, right? 4 or 5 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame. You can always move those around, but the reason why I recommend this is because um, the more you can just go ahead and knock some emails out, respond to them, delete them, file them, write a few emails that you need to send, that are just simple things, just quick communications to people, then you can do that. You can then let it go for most of the rest of the day. I leave my emails up, but I only check in with them occasionally, and I don't necessarily do anything unless maybe it's a quick action where it's just like, oh, okay, these are just some notifications I'm getting. I can just delete them really quick and kind of clear things, and then I'll go back to work. It might take me literally 10 seconds, 30 seconds, less than a minute to do that. So that's the first thing, is setting up an email block where you are taking care of this maybe 8 or 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, whenever you're starting your work day. I know everybody's different. Maybe it's earlier. Maybe it's more like 6 or 7. I usually reserve my 6 to 8 time for my own personal work, like my self-development work, my meditation or other affirmations or other stuff that I do. And then maybe I'll start around 8 or 9, depending on my day. And I'll usually now do this first, where I'll do at least 30 minutes of checking my emails. Sometimes I don't need to, though. Sometimes I've got it so well caught up and there's not much coming in that it's easy and done. Now, next thing. So first thing was, have your email blocks figured out. And if you watched Wednesday's episode where I talk about CEO scheduling, strategic calendars, and your time blocking, then you've got an idea of what you need to be doing to be able to keep a certain flow and to be able to see what you need to do all day long, and to pre-pave and to visualize and to plan that out. And you can always flow around it, but when you have the structure, and you develop a good habit with some of those things where the structure is, some parts of it are very consistent, then everything else can move very smoothly and you can feel very productive. And you can also release your attention from emails for the rest of the day. All right, so this is my personal inbox, and I'm just going to show you what I would do because I don't think I've really even looked at this hardly today yet because I wanted to wait for you guys. So, first thing is I've got this email I need to take care of. So, this is from my Upgrade Your Sleep program, which we did yesterday, and she's just giving me the video replay so I can actually file this. And what I do, actually, let me go back because I've got a few emails from Lana. So I'm just gonna go boom, and I know this one was from yesterday. I've already checked it. This one was just her, another one check in from her, and then this was another check in from earlier last week. So, or earlier this week, I guess. So I have created. It looks like an elaborate set of not tags, but labels. And it's really, they're very simple. Like I've got what I used to call my business, the inner secrets of success. I've got mentors, which are people either I look up to as mentors or friends of mine who are mentors. I've got, you know, think programs I've been in or done. I've got virtual assistants. I've got actions someday maybe in waiting for, which these are from Getting Things Done with David Allen, which I would strongly recommend reading. And then I've just meticulously made sure that all of my different labels are what they need to be, right? There's things that I want to have. Some of these I will probably actually get rid of eventually because I've gotten rid of a lot. I've purged a lot of them out and I've reorganized them a few times. And each time it just makes it that much easier for me to do things. So I've got this one label that I really like called Holistic Everything. And I've got tons of stuff. I've got people like massage therapists in here. I've got, people who do biofeedback. I've got people who, Juice Plus. My friend used to have me in Juice Plus and Optavia and Rasa and Rebirthing and all these different things. And even my personal trainer there. And then I've got Upgrade Your Sleep, which is the sleep program I'm in. So I'm going to put those in there. Boom. Now I've only got 9 emails in the inbox. Amplify You is my podcasting people. So that's just my invoice. That's just showing that I automatically paid my invoice. So I'll go down to them, which is just under Amplify You. Boom, file that. Yesterday, my email from James Clear came in. And, this is one, like I unsubscribe from a lot of stuff. So I strongly recommend if you are not actively reading an email that you're subscribed to, if you're not actively looking for, bargains from certain companies where you get products from, like there's so much stuff I unsubscribe from. Every month or two, I'm just like unsubscribe. Why? Because most things I can go find if I need to go find something. I don't need them reminding me. Some people I like to follow. Some people I like to see what's going on. Some people I learn from. Some people I'm in their program right now. So of course I'm going to keep getting their email. So James Clear is the author of Atomic Habits. I will probably never unsubscribe from him. Why? Here's how short his email is. It's 321, three ideas from James, 1, 2, 3, very short, 2 quotes from other people, 1, 2, and 1 question, right? And usually it's like a 1 or 2 line question. So I'll usually stop in the middle of my day to read this because it's so good and because it's so short. So, there's a lesson for some of you who send out newsletters, right? I mean, jam pack it with just like really good stuff and keep it short. So I read this yesterday, so I'm now just going to take it, and he's under where? Mentors, right? Mentors, James Clear. Bam. I'm going to leave this State Farm Visa because I'm waiting for a new credit card to come in that I had sort of an issue with. Then I've got this other program that I'm in. That's my eyesight and vision coach. And I think that's just showing that I paid her. So I've got her also under mentors under Summer. Where are you, Summer? Right there. Boom. This is my hotspot miner for my cryptocurrency that I do. Nothing. I know what that is. It's nothing. I looked at it briefly yesterday. It's just sort of a little announcement. I like to keep those. I don't like to delete those. So I go down to, I believe I have it under cryptocurrency. I think. Let's see. Yep, cryptocurrency, Cal Chip. Boom. This was a guy who was wanting to be on my podcast. I already responded. He responded back. We're going to catch up in May. So I'm going to put him under, let's see, over on this side. So this is kind of where my business and personal still bleeds together a little bit, but I kind of just deal with that. But let's see, I've got that under Inner Secrets podcast guests. I'm just going to put it there where you can always search your search bar for stuff, but I like to go ahead and file them under labels so that it just organizes it in my mind and makes it much easier. And then this is my folks at my podcasting letting me know that like she needed a new intro from me. I already did that several days ago. Not sure why I didn't file it, but I go back down to Amplify You, my podcasting people, and then and so as you notice, I put these at symbols on things that I want to bump to the top, even if it's not alphabetically the way I want it, because in the Inner Secrets of Success, that was my old business name. And there's a whole bunch of business stuff I want to be able to see first. Okay. And then mentors, I did the same thing because I wanted that to bump up close to the top. So you can do an at symbol or an at. So I put the at symbol for the action someday maybe and waiting for, because that's sort of the buffer between the things I really want to make sure I see, which is all this above, and then everything else that's just an alphabetical, that's stuff that I can file and then reference later. Okay, so I could go on and on. So this is my actual business email, superherolevelup@gmail. And this was an email that came in from my podcasting coaches and folks, and just saying that we're not gonna have the meeting this week, and we're gonna start back up in April. So I can take that and I can put it under, let's see, where do I have them right now? Oh, my podcast coach. Yeah. So this side's a little different. There's not, as you can see, there's not as much, right? There's really not a whole lot going on over here, because I just started this email maybe 3 or 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago at the most, and I've really protected it. I don't give it out except for business stuff. My friend Maykay I follow. Shout out to Maykay Sang if you happen to ever watch this. She is amazing. She's a podcaster. She teaches people how to set up guests on podcasts, and she just teaches a bunch of cool stuff. And she's over in the UK. Really fun lady. I just adore her so much. And I'm going to file her under mentors and coaches, I think. Do I have her under there? Maykay. Yep, there she is, Maykay Sang. Good friend of mine. And then I've been doing a lot of work with Jenna Larson lately, because I joined Group Track CRM. I know what all these are because I glanced at them, yesterday. There was a masterclass she did the other day, and I attended that. So these are all pretty simple things. And so I just go down to actually under my now You Are the Superhero business stuff is what I'm doing. And so I put these under Group Track, because that's basically the CRM I started using, and that's where those came from, as is this one. So we could actually put that one in the same place. And I used to get stressed out about some of this stuff, but once I organized it, and it went through a few phases of organization, but it's so worth it. And some of it's just getting your own system of how you want things to be done, right? Now, Anastasia, that's my VA. These are things about the meeting we had yesterday, and we actually rescheduled for Monday. So I actually have a whole section on virtual assistants right there, virtual assistants. And I've worked with some different people. Anastasia is the one, it's sort of my ongoing VA. So I'm going to file that. So now we're down to 8 emails, right? And I could actually file some more of these. There are a few things I want to look through later and check, but I just wanted to give you all an idea of what's going on with this. Like, look how refreshing this is, right? There's 8 emails in my inbox. I've looked at all of them. Now I've got these promotions tab over here, but literally I could go through that and just pretty much like delete, 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 even though some of these I'm going to keep because I want to kind of stay in touch with these people, or I'm part of their groups. But I'll probably just delete all of these because I know it's just stuff that's going to come up again, or that people I'm going to be in touch with. Right. So that's on a business email. You have that promotions tab. But as far as my primary inbox, it's all stuff that's like, it's just 8 emails, and I could go through and I could keep finishing this off, right? I mean, this one's just my accountability advisor, Chelsea, and this is for this week's recap. In fact, I'm not going to need that anymore because it was all stuff that was just about this week, right? Things about this week. Oh no, actually, that's not true. This was the recap from our accountability session. So I actually want to keep that one here because I'm still kind of referencing it. Usually I would file it, but yeah, I'll keep that one here. This is the one from this week right here. So this is just stuff that she's reminding us of, stuff that I looked at on Monday or maybe Sunday night. I don't need it. So I can go to Mentors, Unstoppable Entrepreneur, Chelsea, bam. Same thing with Nicole. She's just giving me all the links to the live calls for the week, and obviously they're all over with as far as the ones I want to go to, and I can go to mentors and coaches, Unstoppable Entrepreneur, Nicole. Bam, it's gone. It's not gone. It's moved. So it's out of my inbox, right? So more feelings of freshness, more feelings of relief, and not having those strings of attention pulling at me like, do I need to look at that? Do I not need to look at that? Is that important? Should I keep it? Should I not keep it? And piled up emails of just like stuff that you just it hurts to look at. I'm gonna go back over this other email. So I actually got, where is it? So I upped my gigabytes. I pay a little more now to have 100 gigabytes on this email, and I'm only using 17.76. I think a Gmail account comes with like 10 or 15 or something. So when I got to be too much, I did go back through and I deleted a bunch of stuff while I was reorganizing all these tabs. And I deleted tabs. I deleted things I just had no interest in anymore, stuff that I had long ago unsubscribed from that I didn't want anymore. So really, so it's not so much like you got to do it every 6 months or whatever. I mean, I do it when I feel like it's time to, when I can't, when things are bogging me down, right? So I actually try to do this work on an ongoing basis by just looking at what's there. And since gosh, I forget how long ago it was, maybe 5 or 6 months ago, I did a massive revamp of all of the tabs on my personal email, which was also being used as my business email. And I even got out of some notebook pages and I wrote out everything that I had by hand because I really wanted to see it. And then I sort of restructured it and I just started playing with it until it was like, okay, this is easier to find. This looks good. This feels good. And then I could just file things. And now, it's in such good order that I usually don't have to do much with it. But, if I get to a point where I just feel like, it's too much, then I'll do it again. Maybe mid this year, maybe towards the end of this year, I'll take a look at everything. And if it's bogging me down, I will do that. But as you can see, the most important things are just really getting a structure, making decisions, making your structure so that you can make decisions, keeping your inbox or inboxes to 20 or less emails, preferably 10 or less, and filing things, deleting things, unsubscribing. Remember, you're clearing stuff out, moving things to where they need to be. That's also where the actions and someday maybe and waiting for folders can be really helpful because are things that you can might be working on that you can just check in on, but keep it out of your inbox, right? So I know I've gone a little longer than I thought today. This has been great. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, please drop a comment drop a comment here in this post and let me know, what was your biggest takeaway from today and what's the thing that you are going to do with this information. What's the next step you're going to take so that you don't have emails crowding you out and clogging up your mind. All right. I am going to be doing a special group training on Mondays. On Mondays at 7 Eastern time called Dharmapreneurs Assemble. It's open to anybody. It's going to be business training. I'm going to answer questions and there'll be a little bit of networking available. So please come hang out if you want to check that out. It'll be a little bit like the serving circle for those of you who've been to that, but it's also going to be quite a bit different too. So there's going to be, some more business focused things happening in there. All right, y'all. Love you. Have a great weekend. See you soon. As always, be invincible.